I think what's happening here is I'm just exiling like their card advantage engines, and then they have nothing left to beat me with. GG. Hello YouTube, welcome to this fine day, and today we are going to have a look at Ulamog, the Ceaseless Hunger in Historic Brawl. This deck aims to win by ramping a lot and then just playing Ulamog and trying to win off of that. So this is a colorless commander, as you can see, so we can only play colorless cards. In theory, you're not even allowed to run any basic lands that are not uncolored, basically, or like have no color. And there are ones that are called wastes, but those are not an arena yet. So you are actually allowed to play swamps, for example, as basic lands. The first thing I want to address here, why do I still play all of these colorless lands? And the reason is simple, only one card, Forsaken Monument, makes it so whenever I tap a permanent for colorless, I add an additional colorless. So this basically just doubles our mana. Yeah, but obviously makes our whole mana base a whole lot more expensive. Then we also have some obvious inclusions, just like Mystic Forge. Basically, we can just play the top of our library. Just a ton of value. We have some ways to like stack the opponent out a bit. Grafdigger's Cage, Weathered Runestone. Those are non-bows with Mystic Forge, but I'm not too worried about that because I feel like I need some of these cards to just not die, and then Mystic Forge is just a great engine anyways. And if it doesn't work out, that is fine, but overall the interaction doesn't come up too much, and I think it's just worth running these individual cards. Similar to that, Forsaken Monument is also kind of a non-bow with Dampening Sphere, but for the same reason, like these cards just, like this card just helps me stay alive. This technically also helps me stay alive and just ramps me so much. I don't mind having the potential non-bow in there. It's they're both fine on their own. That's why I like them. Also, to survive, we have some creatures. We basically have 2 or 3 points of interaction only. We can get rid of things with Introduction to Annihilation, Meteor Golem, Ugin the Ineffable, and that is basically it, pretty much. And I do also have, again, some creatures just like Crystalline Giant that I can play early, that can block for me until Ulamog comes down and wins the game, hopefully. Anyways, if you enjoy this deck, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And if you don't like this deck, obviously, again, just comment how much you hate it. With that out of the way, enjoy the gameplay. We are ready to play against Giganta. And no color versus 5 color. Let's see. I'm going to mulligan a bit aggressively in this deck because I kind of want to, like, I have enough 3-drop rocks and like nothing else here is too appealing. So yeah, I think this is a much better hand. Just like Spinning Wheel and then Gilded Lotus the next turn, and then just like Hedron Archive or just a Chromatic Orrery, just like however things will work out. Well, that's a Grafdigger's Cage. I'm not sure if I want to play that yet, and I think I have enough opportunities to play this later, at least next turn with the Spinning Wheel, obviously. I mean, sure. Going to play it. I think it's fine. Like, reasons to not play it if they have like a discard spell, and then I can discard it to it. Cultivate, sure. Obviously, having 1 more mana, that would have been nice to go Gilded Lotus into Hedron Archive, but it is what it is. Okay. Yep. Play. Yeah. Exactly doesn't work out, right? Yeah. Your go, opponent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can go land, Hedron Archive, a Chromatic Orrery, and then hasten with the Ulamog next turn. I think that's perfectly reasonable. Ooh, they're going for some infinite shenanigans here. How much mana is that? 6, 9. I think... Yeah, I can't... I have to play the Memorial here. But it works out. It works out perfectly, to be honest. Like if they have a Burgi... Like, I think they're on a Storm deck. That's usually what Giganta players like. Well, then there are also Giganta Shrines decks. But we will see. Chroma's Memorial is nice because it protects Ulamog from certain, like, targeted exile removal. We basically can do some shenanigans. Like, haste is pretty good, right? All the fun stuff. Maybe they're using Grinning Ignis just for the ramp, but I doubt it. It's usually... Yeah, that smells like Storm. Oh, Wall 3 now they have perfect fixing. They can play an additional land and then the Grinning Ignis back to hand. That's pretty good with the Song of Creation, the Ignis, because they can pick it up and play it and start their like Song of Creation chain and then keep it in play. So I could play Ulamog here and exile their Ignis, but then they can start their chain with a Think Twice. I could also just... Yeah, I think what's happening here is I'm just exiling like their card advantage engines, and then they have nothing left to beat me with. GG. We are ready to play against Goreclaw. And oh yes, yes. This is a 2, 3, 4 turn 5 Ulamog. I like it. Sadly, this is an actual swamp here, not a colorless land. I could keep this in hand for later, and then play it for 2 life. I don't think I gain too much benefit against a like mono green deck to play this. So, oh, that's a good start for them. Yep, Guardian Idol. They play Goreclaw here, I assume. Oh, Migration Path, more ramp. And then they have 2 more mana, and then they can play another Mana Dork off of that, I assume. Which is also pretty strong. Oh no. Just want to ramp like that. Oh yeah, see, there was a reason to, haha, not play this Grafdigger's Cage. And also notice I've just like waited on the swamp as long as I could. So if I like get colorless, I want to like have like as few swamps as possible with Forsaken Monument on the field. So they can play a 5-drop after this. Questing Beast, that's completely reasonable. Okay. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. So now I have a 4/4, which is pretty intense. I could play this Grafdigger's Cage for 2 life, but I think just having a Mystic Forge is probably better. Because Grafdigger's Cage says I can't cast spells from libraries, and this casts something from a library, so this doesn't work how I want it to. Ooh, Harmonize is a great refill for the opponent for sure. But I'm going to block everything that is... Yeah. So I get ++. Yep. I take the trade here. And I then exile their best 2 creatures with an Ulamog. And that should actually just seal the game, right? Yep, draw a card. I would love to get a colorless land here. Oh, there we go. Yeah, sure. How much mana is that? And we can just cultivate this Skyrim Ulamog. We could also just Ulamog and Ominous Traveler here, but overall the opponent can't keep up with this. We go back, at least back up to 8 life. They have no board, and Mono Green has a really hard time beating Ulamog. GG. We already play against Jacob Hawken. Let's see where this journey takes us. Metalwork Colossus is a big threat, but I don't have anything to do until turn 4. Like I can't play turn 5 Metalwork Colossus, because this just costs 2 if I have a Gilded Lotus and a Cosmos Elixir, but... Oh! This is kind of interesting. I think I like this, but I'm not going to play the Weathered Runestone then. It's weird. Is that a good card again? Is Weathered Runestone a good card against Jacob Hawken? You may play or cast among those cards. These, it doesn't cast from graveyard or library, so this doesn't stop the Jacob Hawken things from happening. So I don't think it will matter. Omen of the Sea. I wonder why they didn't play Jacob here. I'm colorless, so they should know that I basically don't have anything. Yeah. So I would really like this current Sign of Urza to resolve, obviously, but make no mistake, I don't think that will happen. Maybe they were... Oh yeah, maybe they wanted to stop my 2-mana ramp. There are only like 3 2-mana ramp cards in my deck. 4. Yeah, only with Ornithopter it's 4, but yeah. Jacob coming into play, sure. And I smell a Spell Pierce, but we can't. We can also not avoid it, so let's run into it. Too bad. Or a Swan Song, something along those lines. Consider defense. I think the opponent just needs to stop my ramp and then they're fine, I think. Like they're basically a blue version of my deck. There's the Spell Pierce. Good choice. So what card, like between Mystic Forge and Karn, which would I rather have on the field? I think it's a Mystic Forge. It's a bit harder to interact with once it is on the field. They exile something. Let's see. I believe they're missing land drops here, which would be great. Oh, yes. Okay, I want this Cosmos Elixir to be countered. I've made up my mind. Oh, you should have just played that as a land, I think. Oh, that wasn't worth it, I believe. But maybe I'm wrong. It's just so good for Jacob to not him his land drops and then just flip as soon as possible, right? So a land would be a beautiful, beautiful draw. And if not, I would love this Karn to resolve because then I can plus and then oh yes. Yep, play you. Karn gets countered, but it's fine, I think. Yep, Tail's End. Thought as much. Let's see. Yep, Jacob activating. I see 3 cards here in total, so this, then the next tap, and then their natural draw, and then between the Omen of the Seas as well. I think it's just very unlikely that they miss another land drop. Maybe you should have cracked the Omen of the Sea then, if they're that desperate for the land. But I'm desperate for a land as well, right? Oh, that's a good one. Tail's End, I believe. That counters the Ulamog trigger of exiling 2 permanents. Yep, there it is. Oh, they're not putting it on top just so they can get their land drop. Probably correct. Cast Introduction to Prophecy. And yeah, we just want to hit land drops here. Because, yes, while rock is cute, you know what also ramps up? Just hitting land drops. This is definitely a slow game, and mono blue is kind of our bane of existence. Like, if it's mono blue that has strong win conditions that we, or like if they can tails into Ulamog trigger and have strong mid-game win conditions like Jacob, then we're having a hard time, right? Also, bottom, still no land inside. Wow, they have 2 more chances of hitting the land drop here. Well, 1, to be honest. This needed to be a land. And if it's not a land, they have to activate Jacob Hawken to make that land drop. Oh, wow. Not sure if they're unlucky or not. I see a lot of players just like putting in the commander mana bases of like 33, 35 lands, and that's just not enough in Historic Brawl, really. Okay, they drew the land. Good on them, but it is pretty late, and I think I like going with... I don't think anything will resolve here, to be perfectly honest. But if I had to choose, I would love... Like, this is the last chance for the Ugin to be really annoying, because if it resolves, they don't get all these sweet cards that they've exiled back. Okay. Crossing fingers. But I don't think it will resolve, which is fine, So, let's see. Do you counter it? Yes, that's fine. But I'm in a pretty bad spot here if they got some big things off Jacob. Yep. Lantern flips. Now they get to play cards for free, which is... Haha! See, this is what I mean, this Jacob's just usually the better Ulamog deck, because they can do things like this, and now they still have counter magic up. Yep. But it's all good though. Can't win them all. I also think there is nothing here that ramps me fast. Oh yeah, there is. Like, I could Gilded Lotus, but I am taking a beating in the meantime for sure. Just need to top deck a land and then Mystic Forge. But it is looking grim. So Mystic Forge. This buys us technically 1 more turn. We can jump to Ulamog, but... Oh wait. This was a mistake. I should have waited with this until after the Ulamog trigger. So that was my bad. Because I'm exiling the top anyways. Iron's Epiphany. We are jumping. Yep. Let's see, what do we have in here? Dreamstone Hedron is kind of... You don't matter really. Depends, if they get another extra turn you're off the top, we're just straight up dead. Pretty much. Oh, there's Stainful Stroke as well. Knowing about that, like even if I can't like remove the Insight and the Ulamog, I'm still kind of behind. Thirst, yep. Like I can theoretically win this. Theoretically, it's a very small chance. Depends what they get here, obviously. They just get another extra turn off the top. I don't think there is well, from the Hawkins Insight. Oxamber, sure. Makes a lot of sense. What are you casting, opponent? Man, Jacob Hawken is pretty fun. Like, he's just like mono blue Tron, basically. He got nerfed really hard with the bans of Age of Treachery and Ugin. Okay, there is the time warp, and I believe I can concede to that. Because with the additional attacks, I can't create a scenario where I immediately exile the Ulamog. And my deck is just exiled. Yep. That is a GG. Wow, cool game. We are ready to play against Turgid. And just one ramp, honestly. Ominous Traveler is in theory a pretty great card to generate value. But yeah. I'm not going to go lower. It is awkward for sure, but I think I can just draw some ramp here. And it's important to just have a high card quantity against them in general. So we're just going to play these lands that they don't know about yet. The Scavenger Crowns can come in handy for some shenanigans for sure. This is definitely an extremely slow hand, but if I don't have anything that I can discard, you know, I've played around it, I guess. Sculpting Steel, yeah, makes sense. Oh, aren't you beautiful on curve? Yep. That's a 2-for-1. That's exactly not what I wanted to happen. Oh no, I wanted to play that. Goodbye, Immortal Sun, I guess. We can just relax. We can relax. I believe this is maybe a backside deck, not a front side. I mean, kind of. Doesn't matter. Does this? Coldsteel Heart. So they would have played the backside by this point, right? For pressure. Ooh, I like that. We're just chilling here with our cool lands, I guess. They know about our whole hand, but I just wanted to get this Archer of Orazca out. Yep, Turgid got off right. That is totally reasonable. Yeah, I don't think there is ever a point where I can afford to like Emergent Zone here. Vicious Rumors. Yeah, sure. Get this beautiful land with Spirals of Industry. Haha. And I will just exile. Okay. You know what, guys? I'm just going to top deck a land here. Maybe I should have just played this and then played the Chromatic Orrery. Yeah, I'm not going to sacrifice anything here, obviously. So basically, this play was extremely greedy. But it is absolutely fine because we're good at Magic. So do we get rid of the Torment of the? No, I think I just go with Orrery here. Just if they now have a discard spell, that's awful because they can just destroy my Chromatic Orrery. So that was a big misplay. Big misplay. Yeah, really bad play by me. So I should have just been more patient and just get rid of the Turgid. Okay, I'm dead. Kind of unfortunate, but I really can't afford. Like, I need the card quantity in hand in this matchup. GG. We are ready to play against Master Thopterist, and this is a fine hand. Let's try to go deeper. Oh yes. Hello there. Okay. I do want to draw an additional land here. Beautiful. So we can go Obelisk into Gilded Lotus. Oh my god. Look at us. We're just so good at magic. Oh, beautiful. Can't sign up Urza. That's fine. They're not putting pressure on us. Is this Thopter? I feel like... Sure, hit your land drops. Maybe this is a mistake. I don't know if they have more land drops in hand, but I feel like I just can't get this out of hand. Like, let this go out of hand. So if they like sigh and then have name Thopter and now all their Thopters are 2/2s, that just kills me. Like I can't deal with these little shitters, basically. More land? Oh no, they just buy it back. Okay. So we established that they want to play a lot of artifacts, huh? Well. It would be a shame if they couldn't do precisely that. I can also just guarantee the Ulamog next turn, but I feel like just Godfather statue, boom, and now you are taxed. I have another land drop here. That's fine. Karn, sign of Urza. Activating. Nope, I'm not letting you have this Foundry Inspector that reduces your costs again. This is definitely a tricky one. They just create a ton of jump blockers here. Oh. Okay. Land drop. Yep. There it is. So Dreamstone Hedron. I could have. Ah, damn it! If I went Gilded Lotus, I could have played the Ladder of Acceptance with it. Kind of a misplay, but I think it's fine. Yep, they bring back the cost reducer, and oh, they're just playing a Hedron, but now they don't have the mana to do their thing. Yep. I think I just want to choke them on mana a bit, but at the same time I do want to stop this onslaught. It's kind of tricky. What do I exile here? Oh! Well, that's pretty good. Ah man, if I had one more, that would have been nice. They couldn't have played the Wandering Arcade with it anyway. So I don't particularly care about Karn, I think. Kind of want to stop their mana, because I have a Godfather statue. And then it's between either the Psy to slow them down or the Metallic Mimic to slow them down. The Psy is basically a whole turn off. Yeah. That just costs 7 to play, which is a ton. Okay. And then I'm going to tax them with Wandering Arcade as well, which is hopefully pretty good. Explore the Vastlands is also an option.
Evil cannot withstand a
Ah, this is getting problematic. Yeah, decks that just created a ton of... Oh man, they're getting all the cost reductions. Yep, they swing in. Should have also swung with this Softer, I believe. Oh my god. I can get a board wipe off of this. This is insane. Unlucky. Frozen Grip though. Oh yeah. and don't need this Letter of Acceptance, I think. So a Frozen Grip, and then I can not follow it up with an Archaic, right? Exactly, doesn't work out, so do this. I could... I'm just dead. I just realized. I'm just exactly dead here. Oops, I guess. Yeah, I needed to get a board wipe here with this key to the archive. Oh well, still a great game. GG. We are done with the games. I hope you enjoyed them as much as I did. And yeah, Ulamog, Ceaseless Hunger. I think it's a pretty fun ramp deck. It's it has more interactions, like more sequencing things than you might think. It's overall a pretty nice, relaxed, laid-back experience. And I actually did enjoy it. If you want to play this deck on a budget though, what can you cut? What do you need? And first and foremost, you need none of these lands. None. Basically, you can just replace them with basics. You like some of the better ones are like every manland, lands that prevent damage like Labyrinth of Scoffers, those kinds of things. Blast Zone, those are good, right? Or just like Zalfrin Void for utility, those are good, but not needed whatsoever. You can just run basics and it's completely fine. The one thing that obviously hurts from this is the Forsaken Monument, but at the same time, this is not even a budget card, and like this card is amazing, but only if you have whatever this is, right? So I would, for the sake of budget, just cut this, run basics, and you'll just save a ton of wildcards already. Then on these mana rocks, some of these, like Strixhaven Stadium, I play over things like Manalith just because they add colorless, again, for the Forsaken Monument. So there are some options here that you can put in that I haven't. Like there are still more, like 2 or 3 more mana rocks that I haven't put in. And like you can, like, it's really the ramp, and then the good cards are basically the big ramp cards. Those are the ones that are really good. Gilded Lotus, Key to the Archive, those are amazing. Immortal Sun, Ugin the Ineffable, right? Those are the really amazing ramp pieces, and I highly recommend having those for the specific deck. But they might not be something that you want in other decks. If you want to craft something that you want in other decks, then you go ahead and play craft a Celestus, right? Maybe you want a Solemn Simulacrum. I personally don't play it in that many decks, but I know a lot of people just love it, so crafting that might not be the worst idea if you like the card. Yeah, that is basically my verdict, and hope you did enjoy the experience, the wild ride that came from Ulamog. This is Ceaseless Hunger, and I will see you tomorrow.